Hi, story is about my journey to South Africa. I used to live there. I was overjoyed to be back. Despite everything, South Africa is my favorite place in the world. We were the Peacetree pilgrimage, 8 of us walking 80 k's over 4 days into the Reforestation Festival. I didn't realize it at the time, but we were really walking and being together in the spirit of Ubuntu. There was much connection and joy and laughter. The meaning of Ubuntu is I am because we are. We cultivate spaces that honor our shared humanity, where each voice is valued and our collective wisdom thrives. On our first night, we stayed on Ayela's family farm, this time camping in the garden, following an assault where her 87-year-old mother and her companion were held up at gunpoint and tied up. They preferred us camping in the garden rather than in the house. Yes, we were also alongside this, the dark side of things, affecting everyone in South Africa. And we were holding space and prayers for healing and new earth. On our first night, we had dinner at her sister's next door. It was like being in a movie, as Beverly has 80 dogs. She is a successful dog breeder, mostly Boerboels, which are huge. Next morning, we hugged Ayela's mom and her companion before leaving and listening to them. Strong, old women, we wished to bring sustenance into their hearts after such an ordeal where there's contraction and deep suffering. Every morning before walking, we gathered in circle, joining hands, calling in our prayers, dreams, and wishes. It is my prayer for our world. That prayer, intentioning and wishing others well, become normal. Nella was wearing her brand new barefoot walking boots, and after the first day's walking, her feet were blistered and sore. She tried barefoot for a while, and finally Crocs ended up being okay, as her feet began to heal as she continued on the walk. It was good to share cooking, meals, cleaning up, looking after ourselves and each other. We also had great music provided by Anthony, speaker. Being out on the land, under huge African skies, recalibrated the nervous system, body, heart, mind. You can feel the heartbeat of Earth there. Knots, tensions, and things that do not belong melting away. We stayed different nights in different venues, camping or sleeping inside, as we did at an off-grid goat farm, staying with a beautiful family. On one of the trails, a public right-of-way for generations, we had an encounter with a high-end tourist business. Along a stunningly beautiful Fynbos mountainside, we went up one side and down the other. It was full of wild proteas, the national flower of South Africa. However, this enterprise claimed only they had the rights to walk there on their expensive tours. There was an unnecessary, unpleasant discussion with their leader and us, which eventually sorted out, as we did have the permission and blessing of the farmer landowner. And again, seems to be part of what humanity is collectively facing right now. Cooperation and kindness versus money, profit, and greed. And perhaps it is never that simple. In the kind of matrix many of us live, also many misunderstandings and miscommunications. There was also the terrible shadow of farm murders, atrocities there, which meant many landowners this year were reluctant to have people walking across their lands. One day, peace will come, and we are that peace. We finally hobbled in and skipped into the festival. It was so joyful to see many old friends, and also the energy was that of new earth, like being loved up from the inside out with softness, kindness, and cooperation in the air. The festival was conscious, loving, kind, with almost zero waste. On the Saturday, we planted about 5,000 trees in a wondrous old-growth platypus forest, being lovingly and carefully restored. These trees are ancient, magical, and have a huge loving presence. There were inspiring talks, workshops, various delicious vegan foods, and beautiful live music, making for a transformational experience. The essence of Ubuntu: because of you, I am, or I am because we are. In Kosa, Umtu Nagumtu Nagabantu. A person is a person through other persons. Ubuntu is the essence of being human. It speaks of how my humanity is caught up and bound inextricably with yours. I am because I belong.